Shalom, shalom. Yes, we are the Israelites and we're back out on the streets. We're back out on the streets to enlighten our people that we are the Israelites and we are the chosen of the Most High.
That's right.
There is no other nation that has been chosen by the Most High except the nation of Israel. And we're going to emphasize this and we're going to emphasize it again. Not no Israelis, we are the Israelites. They don't call themselves the Jew, they call themselves Jewish, pertaining to be a Jew. But we are the real authentic Jews. And we are out here to bring the words of the Bible onto our people. Because our people aren't being taught right. They're being taught all kinds of folly, all kinds of deception and lies to deceive them from the words of truth. Because this is what has been set up in this earth and in the world. That our lie has been propagated, and through that propagation, we have now been galvanized by this lie. We have taken up things like white Jesus. Who the hell is white Jesus? His name is Caesar Borgia.
Right.
We are out here to profess that the real Jews are melanated people of the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
And we're out here for our own people. So if the other nations hear what we're saying, they don't like it, they can just keep it moving. Because we're not talking to you. We have no correlation or relation to you. We have relation to our own people. And that's who we're out here to pull out of the furnace. But without further ado, let us praise the Most High. And we say, Barakatai Hawa, Barakatai Washai, Barakatai Hawa, Barakatai Washai. Emmanuel, Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, Kwam Yasharallah. Because we got kicked off of our spot. We got kicked off of our spot because they're doing all kinds of abomination on the Lord's High Holy Day.
Right.
Because the Lord's High Holy Day is separate. The Sabbath day isn't supposed to be a day where you can do as you please.
Right.
What did the Lord do on the seventh day after he created everything? He rested. And it's only our people that are out there cooking, selling, buying food on the Sabbath day.
That's right.
Exodus chapter 20 verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord.
So 6 days you can do all your labor and what you need to do and your works therein. But the seventh day, which is the Saturday, which the Christian church has now told a lie and said it's on Sunday, but it's actually on the Saturday. Because when you look at all of your calendars, even in the Esau Gregorian calendar, it still has Saturday as the last day of the week and Sunday as the first. So who are you fooling? You're only fooling yourselves. Because Saturday is the Sabbath. Even the Hispanics, on Saturday in the Spanish it was called Sabado. And Sabbath is the day of rest. There should be nothing be doing except praising the Most High.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 7. What doth one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun? By the knowledge of the Lord they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts. Verse 9, some of them had he made high days and honored them, and some of them he had made ordinary days.
So some of the days he have made high days, which is our feast days.
Right.
Our Pentecost, our Passover, our Feast of Dedication, our Feast of Tabernacles,
That's right.
our Purims, our Sabbaths, the blowing of the trumpets. These are the high holy days that the Lord gave us.
Right.
Not no funny days that they have in this world. Christmas, Easter, Valentine's stupid day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all of these funny days. that is for nothing but for the traditions of men and to generate more money. That's all their folly days are. Because if you haven't noticed, when the Christmas period is going on, the so-called Christmas period, all the prices are sky high. But after so-called Boxing Day, what do they shoot back down. This world is made by design. Made by design to fool the Israelites.
Right.
And it even fools Esau's own people. But the main point of that scripture was that he has made ordinary days and high holy days. The high holy days is what we are supposed to worship. When we are supposed to worship him in sincerity and in truth. But on the ordinary days, we still worship him in sincerity and in truth. Because the Lord made the all days. Get me Psalms chapter 118 and verse 24. This is not just, one day on the Sabbath day I'm going to praise the Most High, and for all the days of the week I'm going to do as I please. No, it's continuous.
Psalm 118, verse 24.
Bring it up.
This is the day which the Lord hath made. He will rejoice and be glad in it.
So this is the day, and every day that the Lord has made, we shall rejoice because we have another shot at life. That's why we will rejoice and we'll be glad in it.
Right.
Because the Most High is the one that woke us up this morning. The Most High is the one that woke me up this morning on this Sabbath day so that I can come and speak his words onto the lost children of Israel.
Right. Teach.
We are out here for our people, but our people don't want to listen. The reason why today is such a great day is because the Most High ordained it to be a high holy day where we should worship and honor him. Stop doing this Sunday worship thing where you're thinking you're worshiping the Most High. You're not worshiping the Most High. You're worshiping the sun. You're worshiping all of these idols and deities that is being propagated through the earth.
Wake them up.
So let's stop, let's come away from that and let's start praising the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Because the only way you can do it is by the Bible. The Bible is how the Most High speaks onto the children of Israel.
Come on, Israel.
But no one wants to listen to the Bible. They would rather listen to pastor in the church teaching them you can do as you please.
That's right.
You can eat pork. You're going to get a big blessing, but yet you're not doing nothing to get that blessing.
Right.
You're going to get a big house, a fat car.
That's right.
All of these vain things. Because vain means nothing. Because, get me Mark chapter 8 and verse 36.
Mark chapter 8, verse 36.
You know.
For what shall it prove? For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
So what shall it profit you when you gain these things? Because the devil gives out blessings as well.
Right. Right.
So what is it going to profit you when the devil gives you the big car, the big house, you've grafted for it? What is it going to profit you in the end?
That's right.
To gain the whole world, the riches of this world, but lose your soul. Lose your damn mind to the things of this world. You've lost your way of life. Now you're going to the club. Now you're going to party and do all these things that are not pleasing in the sight of the Lord.
That's right.
Because what? You wanted to follow after you wanted to gain the whole world. And now you've lost your soul. You've lost your way of thinking. You don't think straight. You think off.
Right.
And what is it to think off? To think off is when we're thinking about being covetous towards our brother. Black on black violence.
Right.
And when our brothers and sisters get a little money in this place, they always try and emphasize and boast it and flex it off. Like there's something in this earth. We're all going to the same place. We're all going into a coffin.
Right.
We're all going into the ground. There is no one upon each other. This is what causes division in our community rather than unity. It's always in the black man community where we are always having division. When are we ever going to get that unity?
Isaiah 56 verse 2. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the son of man that lay hold on it. Isaiah 56 verse 2. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the son of man that lay hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it.
So blessed is the man that keeps the Lord's Sabbath day from polluting it, from doing all kinds of work on the Sabbath day. We can't even let our cattle, we can't even go and feed our cattle on the Sabbath day when we had agriculture. We can't do certain things on the Sabbath day. We can't cook, we can't clean, we can't do as we please, we can't go cinema, we can't go to the restaurant and spend money. So the Sabbath day is our set apart day.
And keepeth his hands from doing any evil.
And keep our hands away from doing any evil on the Lord's high holy day. Read your precept.
This Proverbs 21 and verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
So the man that wanders away from the way of the understanding, the way of what is written in the Bible, he shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
That's right.
Our people are spiritual. This is talking about spiritual death, and then eventually the actual death that will come. The spiritual death is when we don't have any spirit in us anymore. That's why it says, what is it for a man to gain the whole world but to lose his own soul?
That's right.
What is it really for us to gain this whole world? This whole world is going to pot. Can't you see?
Preach it.
Now, Trump has set up a law that now
Come on.
the people that, what's it called now? It's the immigration birth law, where now the people that are illegally staying in America or overstaying their visas are having to spend hundreds of thousands of pounds to prove that they are legal American citizens. And it's no different from Brexit. But the thing is, they are emphasizing it more. And Trump is running the country like he's some kind of king. Trump is running the world like he's some kind of king. Because he went to Geneva the other day and said, if NATO don't start spending 2.1% of their GDP on defense, the US are pulling out of the NATO alliance. Who the hell was the one that set up the NATO alliance in the first place?
That's right. Come on, wake him up. Wake him up.
Who was the one that set up the alliance of NATO in the first place? It was the US.
That's right.
They were the ones that started orchestrating all kinds of things. And now the US is in beef with Canada right now.
Tell them.
The US has said that we're not going to start trading with Canada.
Let them know.
We're going to put tariffs on Canada. That's Trump's favorite word, tariffs.
Let them know.
And how did the recession start? How did the Great Depression start? Off of tariff.
That's right.
Tariff is taxes on things coming into the country. This is what Trump is doing. What do you think when these things happen and these things come to pass? There's going to be famine in the land. Because the tariff goes on to the consumer.
Right.
Now the consumer has to pay those overbearing prices that is imposed by the government.
That's right.
And how can you be paying someone minimum wage, barely to get by, and then you're imposing tariffs, and now a plum that cost 20p is now all 50p a pound.
Let them know, bro.
This is the things that is going on in this earth today.
Teach them.
Brent, appreciate.
Job 9 9, verse 24.
Bring it out.
The earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he?
And the wicked is running the earth.
That's right.
That's why the whole earth is in mourning.
That's right.
Not even Esau's people is profiting anymore.
That's right.
All these people is losing money. They're losing their grip because of these things that are happening in the earth. But the Lord is controlling the earth. The Lord is hardening Trump's, Netanyahu's, Putin's, all of these people's minds.
That's right. That's right.
So now they are going on like they don't like they're running the earth for themselves. All we are little in their sight. We're little minions in these people's sights.
Right.
But they're nothing but ordinary men. Nothing, because they are no people of great valor, great might. They've never even been out to war.
Teach, brother.
But our
teach.
brothers, our kings of our nation, King David, King Solomon, King Josiah, so on and so forth, they went out to war.
That's right.
They are men of valor.
That's right.
They are the real kings.
That's right.
These people that they call
Tell
kings
them, brother,
and
tell them.
dukes and governments and prime ministers and presidents, these are good for nothing people.
Right. That's right.
Xi Jinping,
Tell
he's
them.
nothing.
Tell them.
King Jong-un, he's nothing.
That's right.
These people are nothing. We are the people
Lord,
of the
Lord.
Most High. We are David. We are the descendants of David. We are the descendants of Solomon. We are the descendants of Yahushua himself.
That's right.
So who are these people going on like they are people? They're people of valor.
Wake
They're
them
people
up.
of nothing. Ordinary, regular, good for nothing. They're less than. Read 2nd Esdras for me. Feel it, man.
Read 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 54. And Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 17.
Come on, tell them.
Wake them up.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 54.
Right?
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord over all the over all thy creatures, of whom
Of him.
come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So of all people comes of Adam, because we all come from Adam's lineage. But what did the Lord do?
All this have I spoken before thee,
Read.
O Lord, because thou madest the
Word
word
for our sake.
The Israelites' sakes. That's who the Lord made the world for. The Israelites' sakes.
Come for war.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam,
Who's the other people?
thou hast said that
they
they
are
are nothing.
What?
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
No, but I thought there was something.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
No, but they got little peas in this place.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
No, I thought they had little peas in the place.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
They have said that they are nothing. Esau, you're nothing.
Absolutely
Moab,
nothing.
you can continue to own your corner shops and sell in Jamaica. You are nothing.
Nothing.
Elam,
Nothing.
you are nothing.
Nothing at all. Come on.
Who else?
Esau.
Ammon, you are nothing. Amalek, you are less than nothing.
That's right.
You're soon to be wiped off of the face of the earth.
That's right.
Every time I see Amalek, man, I just get mad. Mad! Because they're not supposed to be in the land. I see them going in the shopping centre and they think because they have peace, they can buy the whole shopping centre out. And we that have nothing, we still even look better than them having nothing.
That's right.
But Amalek, you might make me sick and mad. You are nothing too. At Moab, you are going to be my washpot. You're going to come in my kingdom, not my kingdom, Yahweh's kingdom, and you are going to wash pots. You're going to be a little house servant, washing my plates, washing my children's plates. And we're going to expect you carefully, because we don't want you to put any rat, any dog, any cat in the pot. Because we know what you do. Because when you're set up your restaurants, we know that you have special fried rice. And what
your children are eating is not what you're feeding us. You're feeding us doo-doo, and you're feeding your children some nice cooked food. So we know these things.
That's right.
This is why we should not be going into no restaurant of any other nation.
Right.
Because we don't know what these nations are doing.
Right.
Sorry, can you walk round, please? Thank you.
Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 56.
You know.
Verse 56. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle.
So they're synonymous with spit. A little spit flies out of my mouth. I don't care about that spit. That's how much the Lord disregards you and says that you are nothing, which you are.
That's right.
You're not something that makes people pleased. Everyone sees you and they're like, ah, it's Esau, ah, it's Moab. Because we know you're nasty.
That's right. Dirty.
You man didn't even know how to bathe properly. You still don't know how to wash properly. You think using a flannel is dirty.
That's right.
You think using a bar soap is dirty. All you do is you take your hands, you wash up, which is disgusting anyway because you eat food with your hands. You take your hands, you wash your armpits, you wash everywhere with your hands, you wash your hair with your hands, and you make the water trickle down.
That's right.
That's how nasty you man are.
Dirty.
Wickedness. Moab, I don't even know what cleaning routine Moab has. He probably don't even have none. Isaiah, is that done?
This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15.
Yeah.
Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and they are counted as the small dust of the balance.
Tell them.
So all these nations are as the small drop of a bucket, and they're counted as the dust of the balance. The Most High compares them unto dust. Look how much dust there is in the Sahara Desert. That's how the Most High compares them to dust.
He taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
And he takes up the idols of these heathen as a very little thing, because the Most High doesn't regard you, he disregards you. So now you think that you're ruling over us. You're ruling over us for a time because we are under punishment.
That's right.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 17.
You know.
All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
Now there's something.
Less than vanity.
Vanity.
Less than nothing and vanity.
So they're less than nothing and vanity.
Nothing.
Nothing these people are.
Nothing.
And we're going to re-emphasize it because we want our people to be filled with that spirit. Filled with that spirit that they are actually something in this earth. Because they are the special and chosen people of God. Our people have gone 400 years without hearing these words. They've heard the words of the church, which has said, slaves, obey your master. This is what they emphasize in the church. Christianity is just white supremacy all over again. Because who was Christianity invented by? No one but Constantine. And what my brother put out last week was so true. Because Pope Alexander VI was the one that said that, authorized that Portugal and Spain should go and colonize the Americas. Should go and colonize the South Americas. And gave Christopher Columbus the authority to go and do it.
That's right.
So you European Spain, you're not getting Spaniards, you're not getting away with anything. And you think the Pope, the new Pope that they've elected, we are in anything in agreement with him. We know he's the damn devil. We know that he preaches lies.
Jeremiah 6 verse 16. Just says the Lord, stand ye in the way and see and ask for the old path there is the good way, and walk therein, and he shall find rest for your soul. But they said, we will not walk therein.
But Israel's always been disobedient because he says, we always say we're going to walk. The Most High told us we should walk in the old paths because the old paths teach us that we shouldn't be killing out one another. We shouldn't be committing adultery.
Right.
We shouldn't be stealing, bearing false witness. These are all the things that the commandments teach us.
Right.
But they always will go against it. The Israelites always go against it and say, no, we're not going to do as the Most High says. We're going to do as we feel. This is why, especially the men of our nation, we're not supposed to have feelings. We're not supposed to feel too much. We're just supposed to roll with what Yahweh says. Because when we put our feelings into consideration, that's when we go off. That's when we start following the ways of our own mind. That's when we start being effeminate and soft. And next thing you know, we're holding our handbag like women. Next thing you know, we're effeminate and we're going on with an effeminate spirit instead of a strong spirit that we're supposed to have.
Yes, come on.
And we're not talking to the nations. We're talking to our own people. Because I saw two men, one Elamite and one Jake, holding hands, walking down the street. What is that in the side? I'm not going to speak. Get me, you know that precept Leviticus chapter 8.
This is Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lie with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
So, if a man takes up another man and lies with that next man like he would lie with a woman, that's an abomination, something that the Lord hates. And we don't want to displease our power. So, Jake, Israel, come away from this man-to-man thing.
Wait, come on. Right. Come on.
They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
No, they're going to be celebrated.
They shall surely be put to death.
So Inquisition is going to be made out of you. Why do you think Ishmael doesn't allow in Saudi Arabia man-to-man thing to go on? Because even Ishmael knows it's an abomination. But come to England, come to the US, you're free to do as you please.
That's right.
And even some Ishmaelites follow the man-to-man thing. But for Israel, we're not supposed to follow that.
No time.
And the Israelis, them, I swear them man are the biggest homosexuals on the planet.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 14 and verse 13. The Lord hated all abomination, and they that fear God love it not.
So the Lord hates all abomination. That's something that the Lord hates. And those that fear the Lord is not going to do the abomination. It's not hard for a brother to not look at another brother like a woman. That's not hard to do. And you can't tell me you're born like that, because you're not born like that. To hell with that philosophy. That's the philosophy that man pushed. Right, let's get back to the scripture anyway.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 8.
Bring it on.
Verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
So we're supposed to go into the highways, which we're in right now, and as many as we find, as many as want to listen unto the word, and as many as we call, so that they can come and listen to this word, we're supposed to, what?
So those servants went out and bid them to the marriage.
And we're supposed to bind them into the Lord's marriage. Because we are married unto the Lord.
That's right.
Metaphorically, the nation of Israel is the ones that has got the covenant with the Most High from the times of Abraham, even from the times of Adam. The Most High said that I'm going to dwell with Israel. I'm going to reside in Israel.
Right.
He has never dealt with any nation like he's dealt with Israel. Even when he was mad at us, he's never dealt with any nation like he has us.
That's right.
And when you come to think of it, this is how much the Lord prefers us above all earth, all nations on the earth. All nations have their history. All nations have their political alliances, their economic things that they have going on for them. But the Lord only speaks about Israel. In the whole of the Bible, the Lord only cares and speaks to Israel.
Right.
It's a dialogue that the Lord is having with Israel, no other nation. And all these nations always have something to say that, we have Guy Fawkes, this and that. But the Lord only cares about Israel.
Right.
That's how priceless we are to the Most High. And that's how we're supposed to see the Most High, as priceless. No one can come against the Most High and his words, because he is our Savior. He's
Right.
the only one that can save us. No military might, nothing can save us.
Luke chapter 14, verse 23.
Bring it on.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
So the Lord commanded the servant, go out into the highways and byways and the edges and compel my people to come in. We are trying to compel our people. We're trying to shout to our people, come back,
That's right.
return, O backsliding children.
Right. I'm married to you.